Well, howdy, friends. It is Sandy, Two Fat Birds Creative here. And what I have got in this box today, Resiners reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to test out one of their products, to which I said, of course, sure, send it on over. And what they have sent me is their little manual resin mixer. So, interesting, it says 3 speeds because it's a hand mixer. So I would think it would be variable with how fast you're cranking it. If you see this purple thing over here, I just got, this is their two paddle mixing. I bought that one over there. And so we're going to test this out. So let's open her up. All right. That's the package. You always get the little warranty card and little instruction book here. And let's open it up. Oh, that's nice. Comes with a little silicone mat. We like that. Comes in their lovely blue color. So that's the lid. All right, so here's what it comes in the box. I lost my original footage, so I'm just redoing this here. So you got the top, you've got your silicone cup, got your mixing paddle. This is a little extender that you can plug right into there. Fits on the bottom here, and here is your hand crank. And to assemble, I'm not going to use the extender because it doesn't need it for this. And you can use multiple different size cups. It lists it in the instruction book. But you just slide that piece on there. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can put your crank here. Or if you want it slow, just a slow speed, you can do that. If you want to be able to go to a fast speed, you can put it in there. So that's how those 3 speeds work. I'm just going to do my own speed. And then you fit it around the base here. There we go. That's how you do it. And you can crank it on through. I love that it comes with this little mat here. Yeah. But like I said, if you wanted to extend that, if you have a deeper cup, you throw this on here. Put that on there, and that gives you what, 3/4 of an inch longer, so you can do a bigger cup stir. So there you go. That's what is in the package, and we'll continue with our regularly scheduled video programming. You can select the appropriate gear. Let's get that back out. With this, you can put it in here. Say you want it. You can do it from the top and say, I just want a slow stir. Or you can turn it from up here and say, I want a faster stir. Okay. Or you can just stir it, connect it to the side, and you go at your own speed that you wish to go with, be it slow, fast, in between, whatever. So yeah, that's how you choose your speeds, here, here, or here. All right, we are going to come back with our needed resin and give this puppy a swirl and see what happens. All right, we'll be back. I forgot there's also the extension piece here. Oops. So if you wanted to extend, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess this is for your, if you have a bigger cup, that's what that's for. Okay, I see. If you want to have a bigger cup, you need more room because it's deeper. And so now you've got, let's see if I put it in there, it's too big for that. But if I have a bigger cup that's compatible, I have more room. Okay, that's what that is. The little extender rod. which I don't need. The only problem is trying to get this off. I would say make this either adjustable or a tool to get that popped off. I just realized maybe this is the tool I can use to get that popped off, or not. Nope. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they'll need to, I think an future enhancement for this would be somehow to just make this extendable without adding this extra piece, or have this piece connect with one of those little buttons so it pops in place and then you can push the button to get it off. That'd be my 2 cents for that piece. We'll get back with mixing resin in just a minute. I grabbed this maple leaf here because I thought it would be perfect for autumn and the technique I wanted to use. And that technique is the chuck it all in technique, using all the mica powders that you want. So I've got about 6 or 7 selected here, and I'm just plopping it all in here. And this is Claire's Crafty Corner chuck it all in technique. And that first mica powder I put down was Cocoa Craze by Counterculture DIY. All these micas are counterculture. Now here's where we'll get some more. I'm going to go with the Red Dragon. Probably not going to use all of these. I do have a dust mask on because these mica powders do fly everywhere. And I do want to get it down here in the side as well. And the chestnut flare. Oh, how did I get all that off of there? You can go inside, not off the thing. I still want some more in those edges. And then we will go with I think we'll do the penny, the copper color. I guess we are going to use all of them. And then we're going to do the honey. So it's like we're getting all the colors of fall in this one leaf. All right, we're going to get our resin mixed up. And this is also a video about the Resiners manual mixing tool. Now this is great for those that may not have the funds to buy one of their larger mixing tools, or maybe your power goes out and you still want to make resin but your hands hurt, you can't do all the mixing, makes your wrists hurt, your fingers hurt. Well, this is a solution for that too. We're gonna have to do a major cleanup of this guy. All right, we'll move him off over here, and here is the tool. All right, now we're gonna actually go ahead and mix some resin with it. I've got my part A here. I don't recall how much that actually takes, so we're gonna go ahead and do 4 ounces. So the measuring cup they give does have cups and ounces and milliliters as well. So I'm gonna do 2 ounces of the part A, and I'm going to do 2 ounces of part B. Got my part B. This is Bond Crafter 1:1 clear epoxy, and we shall get our other 2 ounces of this guy. And there we go. All right, our resin is ready to mix. So we stick this guy on. Did I not? And you have to make sure you get it correctly in the spots it's supposed to go on. There we go. I don't know if I can easily show you. I'll bring it down here. So it sits up in this spot in here. And I am not choosing one of the specific speeds. I'm just gonna do my manual turning here. And this is all you do. Again, it is a cheaper alternative. Still helps out your hand. You might get your shoulder workout. But if your power goes out, it's a nice one to have. And so if stirring makes your fingers hurt or whatever, there is this option as well. And you can turn it. And so I'm going to do this for about 3 to 4 minutes and we'll be back. Alright, I have just been stirring this up for about 3 minutes now. And I just go one way and then I'll come back after about a minute or 30 seconds and shift it the other way. I'm not going super fast, trying not to mix in too many bubbles. But let's take you down and watch. So when you stir it, you can see it kind of just, hard to do with one-handed, stirs it up in there. And likewise, when you go backward, back up here. So we're just doing that. And I think we're going to stop now and see where we are. Alright, as always, what you want to do, I am going to clean off my little guys here. Just to scrape them down. Set it right there to the side. Go back and clean my fingers. Get my resin off my hands there. And I'm going to take my stir stick, because you always want to go back and make sure that you get the sides thoroughly mixed in. I mean, there are some bubbles you can see in there. I want to scrape down the bottom. And we want to scrape down the sides. Make sure we get it, again, all thoroughly mixed in. Make sure that there are no streaks. And then I am going to put this into the debubbler. Once these streaks are gone, again, you gotta get the sides. While it's a nice size paddle, it's still not on the very bottom and not touching the actual sides. Though you could press the sides into it, but you want to make sure you get that all done from those areas. And we are about done here. We'll pop this in the debubbler and then we will be back. So while my debubbler is going, I just wipe this guy down with a baby wipe to get off all of that extra resin. What you could also do is just leave it in the cup to catch all of the drips and then just peel it off when peel off any dried resin that remains on there. I actually just went ahead and, like I said, clean that off with a baby wipe. Clean my cup off with a baby wipe. I'm going to put it back together here. Set that on there. Put it back. Now the fun thing about this one, which I think I may have already showed you, is that it fits other cup sizes. So this cup actually fits here on the inside of that as well. So you got that, and now you're ready to go with that one. So it does fit varying cup sizes. It does not fit huge, really huge ones, but it does fit a varying amount. So that's good. This one, again, fits on this outside of the lip. And just kind of get it all around there. There, we're on there nice and tight, ready for our next pour. And we're just going to move this off to the side. Again, it did its job. Great option, great cheaper option. If you can't afford the bigger ones, or the power, you want something in case the power goes out, you've got another one ready to go instead of having to use your fingers as much if you have like dexterity issues with your fingers. It's a great option. Did its job. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. It is still manual. But it was supposed to be. But yeah, good option to have. We'll come back once we are ready with our resin. It's all debubbled. Now, with this,
we've got our alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. This is 99%. What we are going to do is spray this. You do not want to saturate the entire thing, but you do want to make sure that these mounds of mica are saturated. So you don't want it pooling everywhere, but you do want to make sure that your mica is good and covered with the alcohol. So we'll come back and flash for you in about 3 minutes for me. And just to say, this is the first time I am doing this. I have seen Claire do this several times over on Claire's Crafty channel. I'll link her description in my playlist so you can go and check her out doing this, since I learned this technique from her. I'm not sure if it's her technique that she came up with it or if somebody else did that she saw. Not sure about that. But yeah, so again, my first time, and we're going to see what happens. I also have some of this little glitter mix that I made with some orange glitters and maple leaves, and I think there's some mylar flakes in there too. I'm just going to drop a few in here and we'll see what that does. Do a little bit more. Let's just go ahead and... Oops, that was a bit much over there. This is my blend, like I said, and I just called it Autumn Fire. We're going to actually put some of this penny mica powder in it to color it. It'll stir up here. I want it opaque. Yeah, I don't want to see through it. You want to make sure that you get your resin all, or your micas all stirred in. You don't want any unmixed clumps in there. You give it a good stir and then you'll wait a minute. Just check in the color. I think that should be good. Let this wait a minute. Now we are going to take our alcohol and we are going to spritz all in here. I probably shouldn't have done that. Cooling there. Make sure we get some down in these edges. Come back to our mica, give it another swirl here. Really like that color a lot. I'm actually going to add some of my Psych Gold into that. You have to be careful because this stuff flies everywhere. But I'll just actually give it a little hint of gold sparkle. Not that it really needs it, but I love sparkle and glitter. Alright, hopefully we have made enough. And let that degas a second. And here we go. Take the remainder of what I had, some squirts of alcohol. Now we'll just scrape the cup down and get the rest of it in here. And that actually might have been just enough. It might be a little bit short, but that's alright. One more good scrape. And get all that that's at the bottom too, and the little crevices. Alright, there we go. Trying to balance my cup so it doesn't fall over. And try and give some of these a little squeeze. Hopefully get any air bubbles out. And that little stem right here. And then, last but not least, I don't want that one to find my little tool. I'm just going to go ahead and take this dotting tool, kind of run around the edges here. Try to get any of the last little bubbles to come out. So we are done filling her. And now we just wait for her to cure up and see what we get. All right, guys, I will see you back on demold. Babysit her for a little while. Make sure you get any bubbles pop that rise back to the stack surface. And she is not all the way full, but I'm okay with that. All right, we'll be back.
All right, guys, here is our mold. Let us demold her. She was on a heat mat for a little while. She's still a little soft, but... All right, let us get that little guy out of there, and we will just work our way around. Oops. Flick that back over. We'll get that cleaned up. And now I can get all that removed with my deburring tool, or I could actually put a layer of more clear resin or UV resin there. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, I like that. It's kind of fun. What do you guys think? So you can see the green and the dark browns, more green, and that honey. Second. Yeah, so you can see that sparkle in there too. Well, I can. I don't know if you can. You can see it right down through here. Fortunately, I lost my little leaves. I can see the sparkle, but I can't see my little... Can you see them? I don't see any. Oh, there's one right there. Right there. So they got covered up, but that's all right. Still some of the sparkle comes through. What do you guys think? So this is the first time I did that chuck it all in technique. Yeah. So thank you, Claire, for showing everyone that. Thank you all for staying with me and watching my video today. It is so greatly appreciated. I love you guys. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. If you're not subscribed, think about it. Just go ahead and aim your phone at the QR code on the screen, or go ahead and boop the subscribe button. And if you are so inclined, I have an Amazon wish list and a Buy Me a Coffee linked in my description below. Okay, before I actually go to the beauty shots, I'm going to take this chrome marker, and I kind of want to go over these veins and hope this works. Just to give it a little bit more shine and interest. All right. There, I think that gives it a little bit more something. A little more to look at. Do you like that addition? Do you not? Let me know in the comments. All right, stay tuned for the beauty shots. Bye.